Do you want to see the oldest castle in Spain? Well, don't worry, because today we are going to go into it. And the adventure continues. The adventure doesn't stop. Our expedition through all the towns of Spain with strange names has only just begun. Welcome to iLeoLIFE. Guarman, Miadero de la Reina, Villapin, all the names exist and are towns of Spain. Curious about what they look like? Today we are going to Banos de la Encina. Hello, how are you? Welcome one more day to iLeoLIFE. As always, thank you for watching this video and for being part of the family. Welcome to the series in which we travel to all the towns in Spain with strange names. Today we will visit a town called Banos de la Encina, and supposedly there is the oldest castle in Spain. Yes, I have researched, but I admit that I am lying to you. Today we will not visit the castle because we already did a few days ago. But what happened? I'm repeating the intro because I shot it out of focus. Let me explain. In the previous chapter, we traveled 4 days to Guarman to record a tremendous video, but what happened? That in 2 days we recorded everything. Well, we had 2 days left without doing anything because there was nothing else to record. So I started to investigate the area and I started looking to see if there was another town with a strange name near Guarman. And the truth is that I was surprised, because not only were there some nearby, but also one of them was 5 minutes away by car. So without further ado, we set off to that town. Welcome to Banos de la Encina. Here we are, entering Banos de la Encina, and honestly what I can see, besides a dog that is barking at us, it's the fact that it has a totally different vibe than Guarman. It has a medieval look. I imagine it will be because of the castle.
I agree.
Unlike other places, Banos de la Encina makes you fall in love just by entering the town. Cinema. Do you think this was a cinema?
The Avengers has not been shown here. Maybe something else was on and the rest has been deleted.
Unlike the first towns we visited, Banos de la Encina, in addition to being beautiful, is a town with shops, hotels, restaurants. They have a lot of activity for only 2,500 inhabitants. In this town, although there are still quite a few white houses, which I imagine this is typical in Andalusia, brown stone houses predominate.
The lettuce house.
The lettuce house.
I promise, it's not me, it's the house.
I want my future house to be called Lettuce House.
It is made of a peculiar stone.
Is made of lettuce.
It is not made of lettuce.
And this is the level of knowledge of this channel. Anyway, in the past when they put names to something, it was for a reason. Don't tell me, are you a scientist? I am. Although you are seeing it empty, nothing is further from the truth. There is a lot of activity, although I am obviously filming when nobody is around. Care Alley.
It's a bit of a Harry Potter name, like an alley of something.
The names before were given for a reason, and they have put it, Alley of Care, because in this street someone, or better, several people would fall in the past.
We must not lose tradition and we will have to wait for a good one.
You first.
Okay, all for the video.
Be careful, we are in Careful Alley. You have been warned. What are the inhabitants called and what do they do? At the end of the video you will have the answers. We've been here for half an hour and I swear I'm loving this city. It's beautiful. Maybe I won't live here because there are a lot of hills, but to spend a few days or even to visit it seems incredible to me. Another thing that I am noticing is that in this town you either have views of the castle or of incredibly beautiful streets or of the countryside. Look what a view we have of the countryside. I'm very tired.
Here you exercise your ass.
Here you exercise your butt and legs, everything is uphill. The good thing is that we are going downhill on the way back. The bell is loud.
On the third day I burn the church, on the third day with this ringing at 11 in the morning, I burn it.
If you lived here,
I burn it. At least the bell, which does not stop.
it keeps ringing, but I don't know what time it is. This shows the time or what? It's 28 hours. I don't understand.
It says the day too.
It says the day, date and year as well. Banos de la Encina is a town in the province of Jaén, Andalusia, located in the Sierra Morena region. It has several buildings registered in the General Catalogue of Andalusian Historical Heritage. We will see this throughout this chapter. The first place is the Church of San Mateo, from the 15th century. If you're thinking it's pretty, wait, because the buildings you'll see next are 10 times more amazing. Walking through this town you feel as if you were in another time in history. Another thing that I am seeing is that everything in this town is as if made to fit in with the style of the town. Let me explain. You will not see flashy red signs or flashy blue or green signs or any other color here, and everything is as arranged so as not to break with the harmony of the beauty of the village. The only thing I didn't like are the informative signs. They are like the ones you find on the beach and they break the harmony of everything. Tremendous hill we have here. It doesn't show on camera, but this is very steep. You must come with an electric scooter. Well, you have to walk and you have to build leg muscles. If one day you want to exercise and you are in rain, come to Banos de la Encina, and while you burn calories, you will see a beautiful town. Attention now. We went to the town hall to see if they could give us information about the town, and they put us in contact with a person who was going to give us access to the church, open the doors of the castle and get us an interview with the mayor of Banos de la Encina. This is the 17th century Jesus del Llano church, and we have been told that we are going to be surprised by one of the rooms inside. Because legend has it that the eyes of the one who created that room were gouged out so that he could not make another one like it, so that he could not replicate it. You will wonder why they did not want a replica to be made. Well, the reason is behind this door, which is called the Gate of Heaven, although I'm not sure. Don't pay much attention to me. Surprise yourself with all this. Birds, garlands, angels, and mirrors, folly I've never seen before, all built in there. I tell you, this, you have to visit it sometime in your life, whether you are believers or not. After the church, we went to see the castle. Do I have good enough hair to enter the castle?
Better than mine for sure.
Here is the castle of Bergalomar. It is estimated that construction began in the year 968. In fact, it is considered the oldest standing castle in Spain, and the second oldest in Europe. It's time to get in. Although this castle is in the European Union, it is not of Christian construction but of Muslim construction. In fact, it is called Buri al-Hama, which means Castle of the Baths, and it was the Caliph al-Hakim II who ordered its construction. A curious fact is that the walls of this castle are made of sand, water, lime and river stones, and the most impressive thing about all this is that it has lasted more than 1,000 years. Do you want to know who took this castle from the Muslims? Do you remember who we talked about in the first chapter? We went to Pelis de Arriba, place where Fernando III was born. Well, it was he who seized the castle from the Arabs and who incorporated it into the crown of Castile. In fact, we already said that Fernando was the one who managed to reconquer several areas from the Muslims, such as Córdoba and Seville, and this castle was one of his achievements. But be careful, because this castle, as I have told you, was built by the Muslims, but there was an update by the Christians, and what is the update? This one here, the keep. I wish I could convey to you better what I felt when I was inside this castle. I am a history buff. Definitely, I am very happy to have traveled to Banos de la Encina, and as if that were not enough, all this is surrounded by landscapes as beautiful as this one. I get goosebumps every time I remember my trip there. I was wondering one thing. Right now we are going through a bridge that takes us up, and we can walk calmly for two reasons: one, because the ground is wide enough, and two, because there are fences. But what would it be like to be running there as if we were being attacked? The little path that you have is very narrow, and also there is no fence.
More than 1 and more than 10 have been killed here for sure.
Look, if this wood is already a little narrow, look at this one here. It is much narrower, and people had to pass through here for sure.
Besides that it's raining and it's slippery, I'm going with Jesus.
Open it.
There is a rope to secure.
I have the camera and 1,000 things. I won't be able to hold myself up. I'm recording with my cell phone. They're a bit narrow, right?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
This is unbelievable, unbelievable. Oh. This is super tight.
Yes. How to rush up if you are attacked.
Yes.
With shields.
It's the town with the most stairs I've been to in a long time. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. What a view.
I am terrified of heights, so I look out a little and it scares me. I imagine being here like in Lord of the Rings and suddenly someone hit me with a crush. How horrible it must be to fall from here and die.
Up here you have an advantage over the enemy.
But if they shoot you with an arrow in the eye, it doesn't matter what advantage you have. You took the arrow, you're already dead.
Mixed fact. After this information and a patriotic moment, it was time to interview the president of Banos de la Encina. We are lucky to have the mayor of Banos de la Encina. How are you?
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
I am Antonio.
Do you know where the name Banos de la Encina comes from?
Yes, in honor of our patron saint, the Virgin of the Home Oak, who was highly venerated at one time in the history of this town, and Baño has always been said that it was due to the amount of water we have around the area.
What is the name of the people of Banos de la Encina?
The demonym in Spanish is Banusco or Banusca.
It is far from Guaramanense, which in the end always ends with ense or something like that.
Yes, we are different. We are also very old. We are the oldest town in the regions and one of the oldest in the province.
A few days ago we interviewed the mayor of Guaraman, and Alberto. When we told him that we were coming here to Banos de la Encina, he said, "You are going to love it, you are going to fall in love with this town, it is beautiful." Do you have any comments on what the mayor said?
I want to thank him for always treating Banos de la Encina with such courtesy and kindness. I know firsthand that he likes my town very much, and that he always goes with the Banos de la Encina flag, because we have always been rivals. We have always been two towns that have been in constant dispute.
It's funny that you were at odds and now how? Wait, excuse me, this will be left out of the recording. Are you facing each other over soccer?
Not now, because it's not the time, but before a Madrid versus Barcelona had nothing to envy a Guaraman versus Baño or the other way around.
At the moment we know that the town is 100% a tourist attraction for people to come and visit. But what do the inhabitants do?
People work in many things. There are those who work in industry, others in hospitality, and there are people who work in agriculture.
Could we say that Banos de la Encina is a town in what is called emptied Spain? Is it losing population?
The statistics are misleading. We are losing very little population, because people are coming to live in Banos, but the statistics are misleading. Our young people are leaving and people are coming to live at an older age or older because they see that it is a perfect destination for retirement.
Did you know that Banos de la Encina became one of the most beautiful towns in Spain? Here we see the mayor we interviewed the other day. 10,000 likes for the series to continue, and thanks for sharing the video. That helps a lot.